From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. Pitching in our game today, Kevin Gausman. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Santander hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's a Cardinals lineup now. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
One down, base is empty. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Here's Contreras now.
Let's go, Kevin.
First offering misses badly for ball one. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is down low. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Just missed. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Contreras leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Popped up. Jimenez. He's got it. And that is that. So 1 left for the Cardinals. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Rogers Center. And towing the slab in this one, Sonny Gray. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to, misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the right fielder, George Springer. Fought off foul. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And that's a little bit high. And the count is 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Got him looking. And one out now. Bo Bichette up to the dish. And first offering is fouled off. Gray, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. And there's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Next pitch misses, and now 2-0.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command, be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on deck for the Blue Jays. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That catches the corner. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that pitchers at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And now 1 and 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Come on now, Vlad.
And he can't come up with it. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. One left for Toronto. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second. Now here is Brendan Donovan. Donovan, a former Gold Glove winner, 28 years old, and he was born in Germany. Gosman back to work. Fastball is outside. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses, and it's 2 and 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a ground ball. Fires across the diamond. Leadoff man retired here in the second. And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. And first offering is fouled off. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it goes just foul. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. And downstairs. One out, bases empty. Got him. And there's 2 away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
2 down, bases empty. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker, popped up. Clement. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back now in Toronto. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the DH, Will Wagner.
Come on, Will.
There's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. Fights it off. He'll see another. And that is downstairs. And the count is 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Alejandro Kirk now at the plate. That one inside, and it's 1-0. Nothing here in the bottom of the second.
Hey.
Inside, 2-1. Fouled off. He was late. That misses the zone. 3-2 now. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's Andres Jimenez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Kirk over at first with 1 away. Late that time, it's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So 2 down now, and here is Ernie Clement. And that's in there for strike 1. And he hits a ground ball right side and a foul ball. That's down and in. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Pretty good fastball location. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it and hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. And there's a strike. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Base hit right field. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
So bases all loaded up. Here's George Springer. He's 0 for 1. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
That one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Line drive. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. 1 runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 2-zip.
Got to be feeling great about that double. Big spot, and he drives in, too. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So 2 down. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. His first at-bat was a strikeout. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Right side, hard hit. Sends it to first, and Bichette is retired. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Ivan Herrera. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Foul ball there. Herrera gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And the runner holds.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Flied to left his first time. And that one almost got him. Man at first, one away. Swinging a foul straight back. The 1-2. Upstairs.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Just off the outside edge. In the air, center field. Lucas hauls it in for the out. And there's two down. So now the DH spot, Alec Burleson. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All four pitches in play right here, partner.
And down on strikes he goes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Blue Jays 2 and the Cardinals nothing. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. And here is Anthony Santander. Inside, just missed.
Well, these Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And a foul ball. Vladdy needs just 1 hit to reach 200 for the season. That one at the knees for a strike.
Pretty impressive
No
the
ball,
year
two
he's put
strikes.
together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Wagner
Inside,
stands
ball
in
one.
here, leaves that one off the inside. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. Blue Jays 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Wilson Contreras. Hit in the air, right field. And George makes the grab, and there's one down. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Let's go, Joes.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The Jays leading by 2, top half of inning number 4. Fouled off left side.
Come on, Blue Jays.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. First time up, he grounded to third. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Fires over to Guerrero, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Redbirds down quietly, and they're down 2-0. Back now in Toronto, ready to go, bottom 4. And now Alejandro Kirk.
Let's go, Captain Kirk.
First
Inside
pitch
ball.
just misses. Here's a rocket out to left. And there's one down. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. Struck out swinging his first time. That one fouled off. That misses.
ball, one strike.
1-1. This one in the air, right field. Walker gets under it, hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Two down, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement, singled and scored his first time. There's your strike. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
2 outs. That one missed. Just missed. That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find his zone.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Lucas batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Clement off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Blue Jays held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar goes 6 feet 3 inches, 205 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2018.
You know, these Cardinals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Next pitch is outside. Just off the inside edge.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
And that one ripped to left. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got a leadoff double.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And up next for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. In there at the knees for a strike. Man at second. Yeah, that's fouled off. And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it on his own. 1 away here in the 5th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
And that one is lifted in the air. Springer there makes the catch, and there are 2 down. Yeah, the batter now, Victor Scott. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that one lifted in the air center field. Lucas snags it, and that's the third out. The Cards leave one. They're still down. It's 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now for the Jays, George Springer. Gray back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Inside corner for a strike. Next offering upstairs.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
That's inside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Bichette in the box again, takes a strike. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Nootbaar snags it for the second out. Anthony Santander at the plate. He is struck out and he is walked. Ripped on the ground to second. Gets it to first. And that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They're up 2-0. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Mason Wynn. There's a strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
That one to first. Guerrero takes it himself, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Now the number 2 hitter, Alec Burleson.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And another ball.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. And that misses. And that's ball 3.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And the 3-1. Slice the other way and foul. Got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. 1 for 2. Hit hard, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Two outs, runner at first. Nolan Arenado next up for the Cardinals.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
To the right side. Jimenez throw to first. And they get Arenado for the out. Third out. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Blue Jays 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Saying he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is.
Nope.
These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Makes the catch, and there's one away. And next for Toronto, Will Wagner. 0 for 2 in this one. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Kyle Leahy getting loose out there. Romero, the lefty, warming up as well. One down, base is empty. And that is out of play. Towards first, Contreras. Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. Now the catcher up to hit, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. And a foul ball.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 6 full. Blue Jays 2 and the Cardinals nothing. And we're back. We go to the top of the 7th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan. Misses inside. And that's ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jimmy Garcia, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Green getting loose as well. And that's through there for a strike.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher. So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong and their timing's off.
Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So up next, Lars Nootbaar. On the inside corner for a strike.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
The 0-1. And that one is inside ball 1.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Pretty simple sequence right there, but very well executed. 2 off-speed pitches away, gets him trained to look out over the plate. Then they ran a good fastball inside, and it was just too much to catch up to. Nice job of working in and out and upsetting that timing at the plate.
Jordan Walker will hit next. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run. On the money. Nice play. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. Blue Jays 2 and the Cardinals nothing. JoJo Romero on to pitch here.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Andres Jimenez getting ready to hit. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Clement in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it falls. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. So digging in, Nathan Lucas. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
1's the count.
Right through there for a strike. Jimenez on second. Clement on at first with nobody out. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And that's outside.
That's just out.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Walker sizing this one up. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
You know, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch, not close. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not.
Arenado to first in time, and Bichette is retired. That ends the frame. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they're on top 2-0. Back here at Rogers Center, ready to begin the 8th at the plate. Ivan Herrera. Gosman back to work. And that's off
inside.
the inside edge. Ball one. Activity in the bullpen. Jeff Hoffman, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Swings through that.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Pitches in there. 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swings and chases a low one there. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And he beats it for the first out after the drop third strike.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Scott now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
So far this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Swing and a foul out of play. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the eighth.
Here we go.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball, still 0-2. And the pitch is outside, ball one. And down on strikes. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kevin Gausman makes way, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. New pitcher on here, Jimmy Garcia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's the shortstop at the play, Mason Wynn. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
And now the 0-1.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Next pitch, not close, up high. The shortstop takes the ball. Smoked on the ground, a second. Fires over to Guerrero. That's out number 3. And down in order go the Cardinals. They trail it here 2-0. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Kyle Leahy.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Anthony Santander. That misses the zone, and that's ball one. Right through there for a strike. Not even close there. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that one is inside. And the slider catches the zone.
Okay.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 3-2. Now a screamer into the outfield, and it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. Foul ball. Santander gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Runner!
Here goes the runner. He swings and fouls one off.
That's a ball.
Movement in the bullpen. John King, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Look out!
Timeout.
And it
That
hit
ball
him. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk, 1 for 3. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
2 on, 1 out. Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. Headed for the plate. 1 run across. Wagner coming home. Safe at the plate, and the missed play comes back to bite them. And it's 4-0.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
One out, runner at second. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. That one drilled left field. Nootbaar drop step going back. And that one is off the top of the wall. The run comes in from second, and the lead is up to 5.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He got a backdoor breaking ball. Really easy to give up on that pitch, but he stayed on it and shot it right back in the direction it was breaking from. Really nice job of letting it travel.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Kyle Leahy is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Zach Thompson.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now here is Ernie Clement.
Ball one.
Ball one low. One out, the runner at second. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hard hit, right side. Throw to first in time. So 2 down now, and here is Nathan Lucas. And the slider just misses. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. 2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. This one in the air, center field. Scott. And makes the grab. And that is that. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Through 8 full, it's the Blue Jays 5 and the Cardinals nothing. All set to start the 9th in this one. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Alec Burleson. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. And that one is out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, and they've got their first run. It's 5-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Jimmy Garcia gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. New pitcher now for the Jays, Nick Sandlin. He's into the game with the bases empty. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. That's in for a strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 in this one. That's off the inside corner. 1-0. One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the 9th. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tommy Nance up and loosening in the pen. Swanson warming up as well. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Brendan Donovan next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Santander snags it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
1 out left for the Cardinals. Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. And delivers outside. Arenado, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Inside, ball 2.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. That one fouled off. 2-2. Sandlin is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.